Following the release of the new data about the Delta variant and breakthrough cases, people are questioning what effect current vaccines will have as the CCP virus continues to mutate. NTD speaks with Dr. Роберт Mállón, bioethicist and inventor of mRNA vaccine technology. Here's his take on the most recent data.
Many people are raising concerns about the effectiveness of COVID vaccines against mutations and variants, following a surge of new information this week about the Delta variant and breakthrough cases, coupled with the CDC's new mass guidance for vaccinated people. Dr. Роберт Mállón, bioethicist and inventor of mRNA vaccine technology, says this, coupled with what he called the CDC's recent chaotic messaging, has caused alarm bells about the possibility of vaccines causing antibody-dependent enhancement, or ADE. ADE occurs when the virus antibodies generated can't prevent infection. Instead, they act as a Trojan horse, allowing the virus to get into cells and worsen the disease. Mállón noted that coronavirus vaccines have a long history of ADE, including the dengue fever vaccine and the RSV vaccine.
The term durability applies here. How long is a vaccine protective for after administration? And we now know that with Pfizer, which is the lowest dose of the mRNA vaccines, and probably produces less protein than the recombinant adenovirus vaccines, that durability seems to be about 6 months. And so if ADE was to show up, one would expect it to start being observed about 6 months after the first people that received that particular vaccine had been vaccinated, if there was a circulating virus. And that's consistent with some of the data that's being observed.
In a press release earlier this month, Pfizer said it was working on a third COVID booster shot. The company wrote, as seen in real-world data released from the Israel Ministry of Health, vaccine efficacy in preventing both infection and symptomatic disease has declined 6 months post-vaccination, although efficacy in preventing serious illness remains high. Israel has just begun rolling out a third Pfizer booster shot for those over 60 years old, with the Israeli president receiving a third dose today. Leaked CDC slides obtained by NBC this week conclude that because of the Delta variant, breakthrough infections may be as transmissible as unvaccinated cases. According to a new CDC study released today, of the 469 virus cases detected in Barnstable County, Massachusetts, 74% occurred among fully vaccinated people. The bulk of the infected people did not require hospital care, but among the 5 that did, 4 were fully vaccinated. Mállón emphasized that there's not yet any proof that COVID vaccines cause ADE, but said he's been carefully watching for signs and that from what he's observed, the possibility should be looked into.
You try to identify the things that could happen and then watch carefully for them and see if there's any evidence of that. And that's what I do. It's part of what I do for a living. And just like a stock analyst, only I do it for infectious disease. And this looks like what I would expect if antibody-dependent enhancement were to happen. And I've been alerted to this because it is the known risk of coronavirus vaccine development historically for decades. So I've been watching for it. Now things seem to be aligning.
Some medical professionals, such as epidemiologist and Harvard Medical School professor Martin Kulldorff, are advocating for natural immunity for the young and healthy as a path forward. Grace Coulter, NTD News.